Okay, I think I started recording.
Yeah,
I have muted everybody first. Okay. So this is August 12th, I think. Yes, August 12th. I decided I probably need to start these with a date so people can reference, but I probably will forget next week. Tonight I have a lot of things in my head rattling around, but that's really not anything new. But this tomorrow morning we leave for Pennsylvania, where we're going to go see some of our Yankee friends. Oh heavens to Betsy. and we're gonna go, we're gonna leave early in the morning. My husband has decided to fly. Yeah, so otherwise we would have had to have left 2 days ago. So we're leaving at like, I think we have to leave my house by 6, which is a pressure on me because I'm not a morning waker upper, much less a morning leaver. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. You guys pray for me about that. Tonight, I want to, I'm waving at Jesse's girls. I want to go over a few things with you guys, so I'm going to have to share screen with you, even though I really like to look at all your faces. So I'm going to share screen with you for a few minutes, though, and go over a few topics that I thought were pretty cool and relevant. So give me a second here. Hang on a second. I will have to find. I made a page that's not a real page. I made it a long time ago. And since it already existed, I started putting information that I plan on sharing with you guys in that group. It's not a real group. So here are a couple of things I plan to share with you guys, but I wanted to talk to you about them first. Share with you as in I'll give you the, I'll copy and paste all the verbiage here onto our training page. If you are watching this on YouTube, if someone is watching this on YouTube that is not on my team, this happens to me now. They say, oh, that one thing that you said, can you send that to me? Well, I'm letting you look at it right now. You're looking at it. So, I'm not to be rude, but basically when I have 75 people message me wanting me to send them the same thing, I'm letting you see it, and I'm going to read it to you really quick too. So basically you might have to type it out yourself, but don't be mad at me about that. It's just cause. So, okay, this is something that a friend of mine showed me that I think she's a diamond now. She's going to be mad at me for not knowing that. But anyway, quick and easy business opportunity response. This is the graphic that she put on one of our pages where we share information with each other. And this is what she sends to prospects. Now, here's the reason I wanted to go over this with you rather than just post this on the butterfly page and be like, get after it. Oh, I don't need to be showing everybody's everything. Y'all just ignore who I'm talking to in private messages. Okay, basically, I feel like this is very pertinent, but not until you have worked someone up to this point in the conversation. So if I just posted this on the butterfly page, you may think that the minute someone says, hey, what is plexus? That these several paragraphs is the answer to that. And I feel like it shouldn't be that way at all. I feel like you need to work them up into where they feel, I'm clicking from people to people so I can see if I'm boring people or not. I want you to have them in a place where you think that they're actually asking you about the business opportunity before you send them this. But I thought it was pretty good. It's casual in tone. And it says, be sure to personalize it. It says, hey, Jen, so glad to hear from you. I love following your journey on Facebook. Your kids are growing up too fast. Sort of vague, but yet personal, something you could say to a person that you know. So glad you're interested in this incredible business opportunity. Here are the simple basics. It costs $34.95 to join annually. That's your website fee. Your kit is $100, and I actually might say, I might actually go into right there and say, that's your website fee. It's a replicated website. You don't have to build it. It will look exactly like mine looks. because I think that confuses people if they think they have to build a website. We forget that people come into this knowing nothing. Your kit is 100 or 200, depending on the products you choose. There are products for you to use or sell. I personally love Kit D, which is $200. 4 months of Slim, which is the pink drink. Keep one for you. Use one as samples, 30 samples. Sell two at retail for $84.95 and earn back $169.90. So you've paid $30 for a ton of product. You don't keep any inventory or buy. I would probably say you don't have to keep any inventory or buy and store anything. You simply send people to your website. It's so easy. You have to buy or sell 100 a month to be commission qualified. Here's how you earn money. On that first 100 you buy or sell, you earn nothing. 100 to $4.99, you earn 15%. Once you get to 500, you earn 25%, which will retro back to that 101. You earn bonuses on preferred customers. They save money, and you earn more. Building a team, having your friends join you and sharing the products is when you make amazing money. There are rank bonuses. The first rank is silver, $100 bonus for having 3 friends join you. The bonuses go up with each rank up to $750. Once you hit emerald, you earn a Lexus, trip to Maui, and pool money, which is kind of like profit sharing. It's far more complex than this on how we get paid. You earn points on ambassadors in your first 7 levels. You also earn 5% on people you personally sponsor, your level 1s. Although our compensation plan is extremely complex, we get paid so well. It took me a few months to understand all the ways I was making money, but I wasn't questioning it. LOL. I always say if you have 3 friends and you can share the products or opportunity, you will do great. I'm happy to give you more info once you digest this. Could I send you, here's the kicker. Could I send you a few videos that explain it far better than I ever could? Okay. Now, here's the thing. Because this, to me, when I'm reading this, because of my personality, if somebody had sent me this, whatever this is, while I actually like it, now that I know what it's talking about, I personally would have been like, I don't know. But the whole purpose of it is, first of all, you're going to have personality types that read it and do get it. But the ones that don't, when you get to the part where you say, can I send you some videos? They're going to go, oh yeah, thank goodness. Okay, yes. Videos. And okay, now, which videos? Depends on the person. I tailor it based on personality. This was her answer to that question. A blue, red, which are people who are, if this is like, what is it, Big Al's color coding for people. Blue is your vacation, fun-loving, talks to everyone, bubbly personality. A red personality is a leadership-driven and very goal-focused person. So she said, for those 2 types, I would send Sonia Dudley's Why Plexus, Why Now? And then for greens, which greens are data nerds. I'm not being rude about that because I definitely am not a green, but I kind of get being nerdy like that. People who, they want to see everything in black and white. They want structure. It's all about the compensation plan. It's all about the products, but it's not about people so much. For those kind of people, those greens, she would send the Plexus Comp Plan series. So the ones from the Plexus Worldwide, Plexus Worldwide website. Yellow, I would send maybe Comp Plan 1 and a diamond documentary that I think would move them. Okay. Yellow personalities are people who want to help people. They're just all about giving and volunteering and all this type of thing. So I'm giving you like a 3-minute rundown of that whole entire book. So if you're interested in color personalities, I just wanted you to understand what she's talking about. I personally think for almost every personality, if you chose one comp plan type video and a diamond documentary that you think that person's story sort of reflects something that this person would get a connection with, I think the diamond documentaries are fabulous for that kind of thing. So I will post this all on the butterfly page, and you won't have to type it out unless you're watching this and you're not on my team and you're not on my page. And you have to pause the video and type it out. Okay, so here's another thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm going to click on new people's faces. I don't know if this is recording y'all's faces or not, but if it is, hello. Okay, so this right here. This is something I am going to start sending to all of my level ones. It's just a cool graphic. You can save it in the notes portion of your phone. Now, I'm going to go over that with you in just a second to show you how to save the graphic into the notes portion, because you may think, I don't know how to do that. It's really simple. Just give me a second, okay? What is your why? Why do you do Plexus? Write it down and email it to your upline. What are your goals? Monthly, short-term, long-term. This graphic is interesting because it says, write it down and email it to your upline. So for example, if one of you, and it's not going to happen because you guys are joining me on these calls, but let's say one of my level ones or my level twos is sort of a dead level, as in they really don't actively pursue the business. When their level, or maybe let's just say that they're a wishy-washy. This is a better example. They're a wishy-washy person in the business. If they get in touch with me and they're like, I don't know where to start, and this is not my level one, not my level two, maybe not even on my team, maybe whatever. I like the fact that it says, write it down and email it to your upline. That way you get the person above them engaged again. Does that make sense? You don't want those dead levels in between you. Now, if this is a person that you know if they reach out to their immediate upline and they fall in your team and you're like, okay, I know that their sponsor is not going to help them, then you could say, type in there when you send this graphic to them, you can say, send this to your upline and also send it to me. But anything they do to reach out to their upline that shows that they have incentive, it should get the upline more wanting to be actively involved. So what are your goals? Monthly, short-term, long-term. Make a list of 100 contacts. This is the Frank's method. This is sort of just like a memory jogger type thing. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, connections that you have through your kids, and spousal connections. Actually, that's not what I remember the S being when I've done the Frank's method. I don't remember what it is. But anyway, this is just a memory jogging list. Another great way, if you've not made your list of 100 contacts, another great way is to literally go through the Yellow Pages portion of your phone book and start with auto mechanics or whatever and work your way all the way through, zebra trainers. Everybody who's a hairdresser, or who's a heat and air person, who keeps critters out of your house. Yeah, those types of things help you, like, okay, yeah, I know way more people than I thought I did. I love the whole make a list of 100 contacts thing. If you have not done that, that's one of the first things that you need to do. Make your first Plexus post. Be honest, be genuine, be you. Tell your Facebook friends why you're doing Plexus. Oh man. If somebody goes to trouble to remake this for any reason, that's apostrophe RE. That should be. This is not my graphic. I stole this from someone. Tell your Facebook friends why you're doing Plexus. Videos are wonderful because your audience sees you, but a regular post is fine. Please tag your upline so we can love on it. Okay, I think that's a good idea. I have not actually encouraged people to do that, but tag their level one. Don't tell all y'all people to tag me. I get tagged in 100 every morning. I wake up and I'm like, if it's y'all can, but don't tell all your people to. But tell your people to tag you, because that way, the truth is, most of the time when one of my level ones posts something, it goes through my news feed because I'm in interaction with those people. We've tricked Facebook into thinking we know each other. So, okay. Here is a quick rundown where I said save this graphic. Not just this graphic. Save any graphic in your notes. Okay, this is what... Hang on a second here. Okay. This is what Do y'all see me? You can see me. Okay. For some reason. Let me go back to gallery view while it's recording. So, okay. Let's see. Right. Like I can figure out. There we go. This is what the notes on my phone look like when I just go to the notes portion. Hang on a second. I'll figure this out. There we go. Can you guys see it now? Okay, it's nothing magical here. I'm just showing you this is what your notes portion on your phone looks like. And then I go to New, which is the upper right corner. It gives me a blank space to write a note. Pretty simple. If I touch inside that blank space, oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm doing it backwards. If I touch inside the blank space, that little pop-up thing comes up. I'm literally having to do it. I can't see what I'm doing. Hang on, I had to turn it toward me. Insert photo. So I clicked insert photo when it popped up, and it gives me my camera roll. And then I go in there and I click, and it pulls up my photos, and I choose a photo and say choose, and it sticks it in my notes. So where this comes in handy is if you have something that is a great graphic that you like to share with your team, on your team page, if it's something that people are frequently asking you about, like, I don't know, you'll actually find a lot of ways to use it once you know that you can use it. You'll find ways to use it like when you're at the store and you need to know, you measure something and you need to know what you measured. You know, like instead of just putting the dark brown chest in the corner of the store, you can take a picture of it and you can put the measurements and everything all, you know, around it. So if there are graphics like this one that you feel you'll be using a lot, rather than just keeping them in your camera roll, which can make them just bump up to where you can't find them, they're a lot easier to find if you put them in the notes. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Also, if you label them, now this is if I realize not everyone has an iPhone. I'm sure that there's a way to do this with all your other cool phones. If you don't have a smartphone, I'm just talking gibberish to you, and I'm sorry about that. But okay. We'll make someone who has one of the other cool phones do a tutorial on how to do it with that. I'm sure it's very similar. Okay, the cool thing about notes is if you label it something that you will remember, like new ambassador, something or the other, at the top, sorry, I have to keep doing this. Yeah, you can tell who's technically challenged, technologically challenged, and technically challenged. Okay, at the top portion there, if you go ahead and pull your notes down, let me show you what it looks like first. Your notes look like this, but if you pull them down, you get a little search bar. And you can say, oh, ambassador. I'm looking for that, you know, graphic. So I say ambassador. If you typed it, when you put the graphic in there, if you typed underneath it, new ambassador graphic, if you type in ambassador and hit search, it's going to pull up every time you've said the ambassador in a note. Also, this is where I keep the how to join, how to order. I put all of that stuff in my notes portion. And so I just go at the top because my how to join is like at the bottom of my notes now because I've had it in there so long. And it was making me sad and I kept having to move it up and I didn't realize there was a search capability. One day I accidentally did like this and saw it. So now I just type in join and it pulls up where I say join, or I say order and it pulls up where I say how I say to order. Again, this is probably going to be one of those things that other teams ask me 100 million times. It's under some of my other YouTube videos. So, okay. Now what I need to know the answer to from everybody is, if any of you, hang on a second, here we go. By the way, my husband has been sick, and we do have to fly tomorrow, and he's well now as far as not still sick. Here, hang on a second. He's not still sick, but he's still very weak. And hang on, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it to speaker view again. When I click that button, are you guys seeing me and y'all are all over to the side, or are you seeing everybody? Or does it depend on what you guys are doing with yours? Is that what the deal is? It's y'all. Okay. So right now I look like I'm recording. Actually, it looks like I'm recording a person that's not me. So I'm going to go back to gallery view. Okay. Sorry about that. So my husband could use your prayers. We actually took him to the ER on Sunday afternoon because he had fever and had aches, body aches, and nothing was adding up because he didn't have any sort of respiratory signs of the flu. He had no cough, he had no anything, nothing congested, but everything else was like the flu, aches and fever and chills and that type of thing. So I called my cousin, the famous cousin that helps me with everything, who helped me figure out the ProBio 5 mystery and about warts and all that good stuff. And he's the one that has the diagnostics lab. And I said, okay, this is not good. Tell me, what do you think about this? And he says, you take him to the ER because it could be meningitis or something like that, which I was like, oh my God. I mean, scary, scary. But that's actually, the ER asked him for his symptoms, and that's the first thing they did was check him for meningitis. So he was dead on about that. Anyway, since then, he's well, except for just like he's had his rear kicked. So I would appreciate it if you guys will continue to hold him up in prayer. Okay, now moving on to something else, because that won't be relevant next week, in the name of Jesus, okay? How many of you, by show of hands, did a pajama party since we talked about pajama parties? Oh, Cousin Carl did. Let me see if there's, oh, Karen Ritter did. Anybody else? Do we have some other people? Hang on a second. Let me see how many participants we have on this call. Okay. Are either of you willing to share? Oh, Kim. Is it Kim Sanderson? Oh, wait, I lost her. No, it wasn't Kim Sanderson. I don't know who it is. Hang on a second. Let me see if it'll show me Kim who. Are any of you willing to share the results from your pajama party, how it went, anything you'd like to say, tips about it or anything? Cousin Carl, would you go first?
I'm too shy. I can't do that. Just kidding. Yeah, it went extremely well. Despite the technical difficulties that we were having with our computers, I ended up running most of the pajama party from my phone. So it was, but I prepared for that because I had everything on my phone just in case. So it was easy breezy. I actually had more participation from non-Plexus people than I thought I would. We had lots of support from ambassadors. I was really, really pleased with it and looking forward to doing the next one.
Okay. So, it went well for him for sure. I was on there. I will say this, if you're nosy about one, all you need to do is ask on the butterfly page, who's doing a pajama party this week or who's doing an online party this week, because they're glad to have you on there and watch it pan out, because throughout the night, they're posting things about the products. They're asking for people's results, that type of thing. So it works really great to work as a team on this. If you want to learn how to do one, just say, hey, who's doing one? And I will tell you, I feel in my heart, and I'm just speaking this out there, but I believe that that if those who do the pajama parties are going to be our quickest ranker uppers. I believe that the ones who will get on there and try it, not just because I'm not telling you that you need to do one every week. I'm telling you, when you do one, it's duplicatable. It's very simple and duplicatable. When your team sees you do one, they're going to be like, oh, that was easy. And they got, maybe it may take it gives you new people to follow up with. So even if you don't come out of it with 10 new team members, it gives you a great foundation to build on, to where you're like, okay, I've got 10 people to follow up with now and continue to plant seeds until you end up with new team members. Or some people will come off of it with new team members as soon as they do it. So I can see this being, and remember, I was the one that was like, that is so stupid. Why would anybody do that? And now I'm all like, okay, these are awesome. So just think of it like this. You're able to reach people, and you're not having to like do conference calls. You're not having to do three-way calls. You're able to reach lots of people in a 2-hour time span. If they're on Facebook, it doesn't matter where they live. You can reach them in a way that's fun, it's engaging, it's not pushy, and they have a chance to look back at the stuff later. You know, and as other people are asking questions, it's causing notifications. So like they're being reminded without you reminding them. Does that make sense? Like these are things that I hadn't thought of until I was actually watching one happen, and I was like, oh, this is really smart, because every time someone comments on one of those posts, it's just like any group that you're involved in. It's reminding them, oh yeah, I was sort of thinking I might place an order for that stuff, or I meant to get back with Carl. You know, Karen, do you want to tell us how yours went? Do you mind sharing? Or do you want to kill me for asking you?
Ours went really good. I think we had about 20 people that participated. I invited a bunch of my ambassadors and a few other people, and I possibly will have one ambassador from it.
Good.
And I think a couple of the other people will too. I have some people interested, so I might have some new customers.
Okay.
It was good.
Awesome.
Yes.
When you think of the time invested in planning a physical meeting where you get a venue, you pack your car down, days worth of preparation, okay? And then you don't know how many are going to show up, and then, you know, you have to get up in front of people and speak. I mean, there's a huge downside when you compare it to an online meeting where people don't have to really be that, I mean, they don't have to show up. They can literally, that's why I think it's awesome that it's a pajama party. They can show up without having to show up. People don't like the concept of a meeting. People are in meetings all day long, or they go from meetings to soccer games, and it's like, that's what I need, is one more thing that sounds like a scheme in my life. So if you just present it in a way that you're not having to do a lot of prep work, you're very engaged for that 2-hour span or maybe longer. So you're very like locked in during that time, but you didn't have to load your car down. You didn't have to set up tables. You didn't have to make the microphone work. You didn't have to public speak. It's kind of like the duh of all does, if that makes sense. Like, you got to do one. So I'm challenging you. Okay, I put the challenge out 2 weeks ago, and since we had Abby Jo join us last week, we didn't have to talk about it last week, but I'm back on it because it's going to be probably the smartest thing. And if you are scared to do it, invite someone to do it with you. Invite one of your level ones or invite your upline, whatever, so that you can do it together. You can see that it's not scary, and then you can do it without anybody holding your hand, and it'll be amazing. Once I saw it done, I was like, this is so simple, because the outline, everything is given to you. It says 20 minutes before the meeting, post this. When the meeting starts, post this. When the meeting's 5 minutes in, you know, it's like a timeline. Post this with this graphic, these words. This graphic, these words. If you can cut and paste, you can do an online party. So simple. So it's, to me, it's the easiest way to get people interested in your business and easiest way to duplicate team building. Okay, that was my commercial for pajama parties. Okay.
I have one more thing to add.
Okay. No, we don't have time. No,
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. Tell me.
On the pajama party, what's also really good about it is even after it's done and you meet somebody new, you can go add them to that, and they go through and look at that stuff. And if they like anything or they comment, like she just said, it'll throw it back up in everybody's face.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And also, just for you guys, I'll be having a tailgating party the 1st of September since football's back rolling around. So you don't have to be a pajama party.
Okay, so So are you going to change some of the theme around of it, or you just okay.
This first one was more product based, so.
Okay, when you do that, do invite some of these guys that are actively involved, because I know they're interested in it, even if they act like they're not. And because if they're joining in on these Zoom calls, they're interested in doing one of these. And I know that you would be the perfect person for them to watch do this. And I know that they would actually actively participate in yours.
Okay.
To answer the question, I saw somebody ask a question. Okay, yeah, somebody already answered. If you're looking for the file that shows how to do this, it's on the Butterfly page. I think it's called Pajama Party, Online Pajama Party, something like that. It's sort of recent too, because we've just started doing these. Hang on, there's one other thing I have to go over tonight, but I'm literally brain dead. Give me a second here. I'll look at it from my phone so I don't have to keep screen sharing. Oh yeah, I remember, never mind. I do have to screen share. Now, what I'm about to do here, I'm gonna screen share, and I was really gonna do the entire call tonight. I was gonna talk about the fun and importance of doing team contests. And the thing is, I didn't want to do an entire call on that, because to me, if the compensation plan of this company doesn't inspire someone enough, then contests on top of that are not like at the very top of my priority list, but they're fun. And so I was thinking, do I have enough material to talk about an entire Zoom training about contests? Well, here are the relevant things you need to know about about contests for your team. You need to think about how much money you want to spend on a prize. You need to think about where you want to get that money from, okay? Like, where in your business, for example, let's say you want to do one in September. You can say, I'm going to take, this is in your mind, I'm just helping you guys through the psychology of this. I'm going to take the business building bonuses that I made in August, and I'm going to add those up, and I'm going to apply those to a prize for September. This is just investing back into your business. Or you can say, I'm going to take my preferred customer bonuses, whatever it is that you want to use, because you're reinvesting back in your business. And I think it's very, very smart. I've talked to you guys about how to do that with these mailers, Success from Home type magazines, the pamphlets that Plexus makes, how to send out trial packs. I've really covered a lot how important it is to invest back into your business in those ways. But I think it's also important to take a portion, like if you're going to do a contest for your team, it can be something, let me tell you something. I've had people fight tooth and nail for a shaker bottle that I made. Like, it wasn't even the $15, $20 shaker bottle that you buy off of one of these swag sites. I just went bought something at the Dollar Tree, put some extra packets of Slim down in it, bubble gum and junk that they didn't need, and put it in a pretty bag. And this was early on, and I just would do a contest, and they would fight over something that I had about $5 in. So if you're starting small and you want to do a contest, that's wonderful. I wanted you guys to, even though not all of you are going to be eligible for the contest that I'm talking about right now, because I just want to show you how you can do a contest for just your level ones. That way, if you're really pouring into your 5-point area, does that make sense? Like, okay, so your people who are your level ones, and those people that they are bringing into the company, that's your 5-point zone. You're actually 1 through 3. So I have a page entirely dedicated to my levels 1 through 3, and I run contests on that page. And I have a page or a group. I'm calling these pages, they're groups. A group page that's just my level ones. That way, if I want to send a message out that's, look, this is something cool I'm doing that you can duplicate with your teams. That way it's sort of them being their own leader. I can share that on my level 1 page. Tonight, I'm going to share with you guys a contest that I'm going to be doing for my level ones. I just want you to see it, even though, don't be mad at me that you don't get to participate in it. Now, here's where I'm going to share screen with you really quick. Okay. Give me 1 second here. So I bought this a few months ago, 2 or 3 months ago during the summer. I bought this coral neon coral purse, and I have carried it, and I get compliments on it everywhere I go. And I didn't know it was some fancy brand, but I knew it was expensive. Hang on a second, I'm having trouble. I knew it was expensive. Even where I bought it at Ross, and I still paid close to $100 for it. And it took me forever to decide because I don't spend money on myself. I'm not very good at spending money on myself. Hang on a second. For some reason, this is being weird with me. Maybe I have too many pages open. Just a second. Y'all give me a second here. Okay. For some reason, I'm trying to go to my own page. It's acting really slow. Hang on. By the way, there's nothing more nerve-wracking to me than this right here. Whatever this is called. Okay, now I'm going to click on my own page here. So, okay, when I posted the picture of this neon coral purse, everybody's like, oh, it's a Vince Camuto, whatever that is. Some fancy brand. Well, I was like, I don't know. I just loved it, and I really did, and I still love it, and I've carried the fire out of it. And the other day, I came across this. I figured that neon coral may not be everybody's gig. But we're coming up on cooler months. And this is turns out Vince Camuto is a really fancy. They're really, really expensive purses. Now, here's what I'm going to show you the pictures of this, and then I'm going to come back to where I can see your faces again. A purse that comes with a bag to put the purse in, a purse with its own purse, that's how you know that you're paying for high dollar merchandise. Okay, now I'm going to stop share. Okay, so I'm the kind of person that even though I'm making bank, I would rather buy, if I have $300, I would rather buy a $20 purse and put $280 in it than have a $300 purse. But when it's coming to prizes, if I can find one that I feel like I got a relatively good deal on because I'm a bargain shopping queen, and yeah, people are like, I like it. Yeah, I posted it on Facebook on my wall today and said, hey, what do you guys think about this purse? Well, just go down and look through there. You can see a lot of the jewels were even commenting on it. They're like, ooh, yeah, they like that. They like the brand, and it's a cute purse. So all my level ones are welcome to participate in the contest, which goes like this. Now, by the way, okay, I have to say this before I go any further. If you're a guy and you're all like, thanks, Lori, that's exactly what I wanted. If you don't have anybody to give that purse to, that's okay. Here's what I would say about it. Take the purse and run a contest for your level ones, because there happens to be a lot more girls in this business right now than there are boys. And it is a $300 purse. It's like, even on Amazon right now, like I found the purse on Amazon. It's like, that's what I was trying to pull up for you at first. It's like, you can get it at the bargain price of like $268. So it's a really nice, genuine leather, all the fancy stuff. And it's got a cool, really cool design on it. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's a perfect purse. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Jetty's like, that's for our level ones. If you're my level one or Jetty's level one, he just texted me. I didn't know he was even on the call. If you're either one of our level ones, you qualify for this contest. Now, Hang on a minute. Here are the contest rules. I'm going to try to pull them up. If it's giving me, if it's going to let me. Oh man. Now, once y'all see the rules, we're going to see how many people are going to get in there and fight for this $300 purse. And then if we don't have a lot of fighting, then I'll know that next time I need to go back to shaker bottles. You know what I'm saying? Okay. For some reason, it's not going to let me look at the rules. So I'm going to read them to you off my phone. And then I'll post them on my level 1 page. You guys know which page that is. Okay, the rules go like this. To qualify for the drawing, you need 3 new level 1s with the welcome pack. This is by the end of this month. Anybody that you already have level 1 wise this month does count. It's retroactive or whatever. That gets you entered, and that gets your name in the drawing 1 time. They have to have their welcome pack and their AQ on. Okay, 3 new level 1s. That's an entry and your name in the drawing 1 time. Once you are entered, you can earn further entries. 1 for being on this call tonight. If you're on here tonight, then I need you to send me you need to say, I was on there tonight. And I'll have a little timestamp. It'll show me that you sent it to me tonight. So I've actually I can see who's on here. I probably need to click through these really quick so I can see, but oh, I thought Jetty was coming up here to correct me on something. It's showing me names really quick so I know who's on here. So if you're on this call tonight, I'll have it recorded. Okay, you have to understand that you have to have the 3 level 1s first to be entered. But once you are entered, the level 1s get you your name in the drawing once. Being on this call right now live with me, that gets you another name in the hat. For each additional 1 above and beyond 3 new level 1s, you get entered again. So if you get 4, you get entered again. If you get 5, go away. What are you doing? It's my son. If you get 5, you get entered again. If you get 6, you get your name entered again. So one more thing. If you host an online pajama party, you get entered again. So you have the potential to be added several times to your name in the drawing. And I'm going to tell you something. My contests are sort of hit and miss. So the chances of you winning this purse, if you're my level 1, if you get 3, your chances are high because some of you people that are on this call are more than likely to win because you're the ones that participate. Okay? So, and not all of you are my level 1s. I'm going to count. 2. Sorry, Erin Kroll. 3. She's all making faces at 4. 6. Hang on. 7, 8. Maybe, let's see. Hang on a second. Some of these are other. I'm saying maybe 8 to 10 that are going to have their name entered once. If they enter at all, they'll have if they get their 3, they'll be entered twice because they're on this call. Does that make sense? Okay, so you have to be entered first, and you get entered by having your first 3. I'll put the rules out there so you can read them, but it's 3 new level 1s with welcome pack and their auto qualification turned on. So it's not even the middle of the month. If you want to know how to win this purse, you need to do some pajama parties. That's how you win the purse. I'm not saying that if you don't, that you can't win it, but I'm going to tell you, if you do the pajama parties, you're way more likely to end up with 3 new level 1s. It's just a fact. And you're way more likely to put the crunch on those people who are on the pajama party to get back with them, to keep all this, to keep a follow-up going on and everything. So, okay. Yeah, it's a beautiful purse. I almost kept it. I'm not going to lie to you. That would be terrible, though. Okay, so let me see what everybody's saying in chat. By the way, I wanted to tell you guys, I told you the story about how I'd rather have a $20 purse with $280 in it. I'm still like that. That's why it was so hard for me to buy that coral purse. And I have used it so much. Like I used it every day. I love that purse. I encourage you, if you are planning to really grow your team, to start keeping your eye out for amazing things that motivate people, because one of our most recent diamonds got to diamond doing contests with purses. And she'll tell you that. So finding things that motivate people at discount prices, which has always been my thing. I've always loved to find, usually what I would do is I would find things at discount prices and give them to people for Christmas before I had Plexus. Come on, go ahead and get it over with. Come say hello. Come on, homie. He's just dying to get on camera. Come on. I can't see you.
No, you ruined it.
I ruined it. I ruined it for him. Sorry about that. So that's going to be the contest that'll go on my level 1 page. I wanted to show you guys, I wasn't doing this. I've never put a contest out there for the whole world to see because I didn't want to make everybody else be like, I wish that I was on that contest. I wish I had a chance of winning that purse. I've never done that before, but I wanted to show you guys because I want to be able to come back to you and say, look, this is how many new people we gained on our team, how many new 5-point people we gained on our team by offering up this purse. And at that point, when I have a winner, I'll tell you how much I paid for this $300 purse. Okay? Because you're going to be shocked. Okay? Now, by the way, it's not an old purse. It's like their most recent line, but it is $300. It's got the price tag on it. It's not from China. It's the real deal. But I didn't pay full price for it. Okay. So tonight, I'm way over past my time, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm going to pray over you guys really quick. And you guys, please keep us in prayer while we're traveling. We don't travel a lot, and we are going to be traveling a lot over the next few months. And neither one of us are great travelers, honestly. Like, we don't like airports and stuff like that. Jetty particularly doesn't like them, but he decided to, we thought it was especially fortunate that he decided to book tickets last week right before he got sick, because we would not have been able to travel. We would have had to leave 2 days ago, and he would not have been able to do all that driving 2 days ago. Maybe by now he would have been able to, but we wouldn't be able to get to Pennsylvania on time. So anyway, yeah, I'm way over time. Okay, let's pray. Lord, I thank you for my team. I thank you for receptive hearts. Thank you for people who are receptive to you, Lord, and to your call on their life. Sometimes I just have this really cheerful spirit, and tonight I feel very cheerful. I feel that my team is budding and blossoming, and their hearts are opening up to so many new things, and it's exciting to me, and I can feel it. I can feel it in the spirit. I'm thankful for a company that gives us a chance to reach out to people in some of their most dire needs, and that gets to be my job. Like, helping people gets to be my job, and I couldn't be more grateful for the way that we're compensated. And I couldn't be more grateful for the fact that that we're compensated in a way that we don't have to be ashamed of any of it. We don't have to step on other people in order to achieve higher ranks. It's like, to me, I just look at it and I think, could anything be more perfect? We help each other. And I've never felt such community in anything I've ever done. And I'm so grateful for that. I have bonds with some of these people more than I have with a lot of my family, and I'm grateful for that too. I'm so glad that I can have people that I know have my best interests at heart, and vice versa. That I keep saying grateful, but that's something I've always wanted, and I'm really love that I have it now. And I don't take it for granted. Lord, just show us any areas of our life that you need to get your broom out and sweep around in, any areas of our heart. Expose those things to us so that we can grow and bloom in your word and in your work. Show us ways to reach out to people, creative ways. Lord, you are the author of creativity. Show us creative ways to reach out to people in ways that they wouldn't expect, so that they'll be willing to listen and accept our help. Lord, I just ask that you go in before us in every situation, not just with this business, but in every situation, and you soften people's hearts to the testimonies that we bring to the soften their hearts so that when we speak your word upon their life, when we breathe your spirit on them, they recognize it as something from before they were even born, as they go, as where they realize and they're like, yeah, this is something that I want to be a part of. And I'm not talking about Plexus now. I'm talking about your kingdom. Tonight I lift up families, anyone who's hurting, anyone who feels lost or disconnected. I lift those people up, Lord, that you would love on them in a way that is so incredibly you that they recognize it. I lift up marriages and family units. Lord, give us bonds that can't be broken because our bonds are all rooted in you, Lord. Watch over and protect our families, our kids as they go back to school, Lord. I just beg that they would be the ones, that our kids would be the ones doling out influence, and that they would not be influenced. And I beg that their influence would be good influence, spiritual, loving. I got so much on my heart. Thank you for the fact that I can lean on, knowing that everything that has ever happened in my life and everything that ever will happen in my life doesn't happen without your knowledge, and that you care about every single one of us, and that our future is just a mystery to us because you've already seen it. And I'm really grateful for that too. We ask all these things in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, thanks for your time tonight, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here so that I can get a shower and get in bed, because literally 5 o'clock is going to come earlier for me than it does for y'all for some reason. You guys have a great night. I'll share that stuff on the butterfly page, those paragraphs and stuff. I'll share that stuff right now if I can get my stupid computer to work. I think once I turn the Zoom off, my computer will quit acting stupid. It's because I think I have too many things running. Jetty will tell me for sure that's what it is. But you guys have a great night. Love you guys.